Hello everybody, thanks for clicking on the video. You clicked on the right video for a tutorial on how to install your V-part wig with no lace, no glue, no none of that. Just your natural hair being blended onto the V-part wig, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So keep watching if you want to learn. The very viral wig that I have seen all over my feed before I decided to buy it, and yes, it was a very good purchase. However, when I got it, I could not just clip it on like the model did, and I could not do that because it did not look natural at all. So then I had to devise my own method, which I did, and I'm going to share with you all today. And I believe this method probably looks the most natural, and even when I've worn this out to parties, to just day events, people have never been able to guess that it was not my real hair, and when I would tell them that it was a wig, they would be very shocked. So I hope you guys, after trying this method, get those compliments as well, because it's honestly the best. Anyone who wears wigs knows that you don't want people to know that you're wearing a wig. So yeah, just keep watching the video and I hope you enjoy. So the link to the hair will be in the description down below. However, my method should work and will work for any curly hair wig or V-part wig. This is how the hair looks out of the package. I have already worn this hair about 3 to 5 times, I believe, and it comes with 2 clips on each side. So here's the first one, then the second one, and then on the other side the same thing. And then it comes with 2 clips inside the cap, and then a drawstring to help you adjust your hair. And this is a very huge cap, so I'm sure it will fit your head no matter the head size, big or small, because it also does come with the drawstring. I just like to wear wigs because it is very easy to maintain. As you can see, my hair is already curly, but it is extremely hard to maintain, and this is just right out of the shower, so I haven't even put any product on it. And if I wanted to wear this for the whole day, it would not last. It would quite literally turn into an afro, so there would be a lot of product in my hair and all that. But however, using a wig like this is very handy because it allows me to just put on some mousse and then go. So anyways, more about the hair. It is a deep wave curly and it is 26 inches. So yeah, here it is. And as you can see, it is a V part. So before we get into the steps of installing the actual V-part wig, I'm going to show y'all everything that you need. So you're going to need, first off, a crochet hook just like this, and I believe this does come when you buy the V-part wig from the Unice site. Next, you're going to need a rat tail comb. Next, you are going to need a brush. You're going to need a blow dryer. Next, you are going to need a hair straightener. This one is from Revlon. Mousse. This is the best mousse. You could find it in your beauty supply store. Next, you're going to need any type of gel. And I do not have edge wax right now, but you could also add that in if you want. You are also going to need a hair tie and a few bobby pins. So my hair is already washed and conditioned from the shower that I took earlier. First thing that you're going to want to do is blow dry your hair. So this is what your hair should look like after you blow dried it. It doesn't need to be completely blow dried, but it does need to be enough where you could run your hands through it very easily. And this is a very important step because we're going to use this to braid down our hair, and we're specifically going to cornrow our hair. We're going to take our rat tail comb and part our hair down right down the middle. And we're going to place this side into a bun momentarily while we focus on the other side of our hair. So for this side, I'm gonna do about 2 cornrows, and I'm gonna just split this in half. And it doesn't matter how neat or perfect the lines are, it just matters that you're just able to part them pretty evenly. Before we start braiding, we're gonna leave out some hair. This will come into the process later on, but we're just gonna leave a little bit out, just like this. And then after that, we're gonna start braiding. So I actually put the piece of hair up here, and now we're gonna grab our gel, and we're gonna take some, and you could grab your edge racks if you have some as well, but we're just gonna apply some here. Got our rat tail comb or an edge brush if you have one, it doesn't really matter. And we're gonna use this to start braiding. We're gonna do the same thing that we did on this side to this side. Get your rat tail comb and make that half. Remember to leave out some hair as well. So I'm gonna leave out some hair like this. So these are how the 2 braids look like. As you can see, I didn't braid them all the way down, as that is not necessary. Now we're gonna move on to the top of our head. Everyone's head shape is different, so we're gonna grab our V-part wig and we're gonna measure where we're gonna part our hair in alignment with the V-part wig. We're gonna put that wig on top of our hair, and we're just gonna estimate. And what we're looking for is where to stop, where we need to pull out the hair from. So mine is probably gonna be around here. And now I'm gonna make a V-part shape starting from there. So I'm just gonna use my rat tail comb to carve out a V-part shape. And once again, it does not need to be perfect. Okay, so this is how mine looks, and yours should look a little bit, it should look similar. So I am back with finishing braiding my hair. I'm going to show y'all exactly how the layout should look like. So now you're going to want to grab your bobby pins, and this is where you're going to use to pin up your hair. So I'm going to pin. A big thing that I realized was that I actually do not need a lot of hair out on the sides. And so if you could see, a way to fix this, and which I went ahead and did, was that I just re-braided this braid and I curved it a bit more inside. And so I grabbed more hair that was out here previously and I just braided it in there. So I unloosed the braid and I re-braided it basically. This might be what you need to do. I apologize for that, but this is the best way to do it, is to not leave out a lot of hair. Also because the braid that we're gonna do that goes along this line, you don't want it to be too big. I'm gonna clip it into the braid and then clip that part, and as you could see, it adjusts a lot nicer and it is also closer to the front of my head, which is what we want. So I'm gonna do that for the other side as well. This feels so much better, like I can't even lie. Before it was a lot looser, and so the trick once again into making sure it's not as loose and feeling a lot tighter is to just have this braid here reach towards the front of your head and not have a lot of hair out here. So that was my mistake once again. I hope that all makes sense. Now we're gonna get into clipping the rest of our hair, drawstring the back, and we're gonna work on here. So now take your rat tail comb again. We're gonna part this section of our hair before we start braiding down anything. We are going to follow that same V part. Just like that. And we're gonna braid this down. When we're braiding this down, we're gonna leave about an inch or an inch and a half out. So we're gonna just start braiding from here. You may need to take off your wig again to do this, which I just did, but we're gonna use another bobby pin to clip that one braid down. So this braid, we're gonna just bobby pin it down, just like that. And we're just gonna tuck it away in there. So now my hair is secure with the drawstring and the clips. Now we're gonna braid down this side of our hair and this side. And I'm gonna do one off camera and then show you how it's gonna look, and then do the other one on camera. So I have braided down this side of my hair, and as you can see, we made a braid all the way from up here to down here, and our hair, the V-part wig, is tucked under that. And it's not fully tucked under, like I could still pull it out if I want to, but that's essentially what we're gonna do on this side. First thing that I want to do is get some gel, and we don't want to get a lot, maybe just some like that. And we're gonna place this on the top of our hair. Get an edge comb or your rat tail comb and slick that down. And it doesn't have to be neat at all, but just slick it down and slick down your edges if you can. And now we're gonna start braiding. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start braiding from up here, and we're gonna cornrow. And we want to make sure that this part is neat. And we're just gonna keep braiding alongside our forehead. And remember those hairs that we had taken out previously? We're gonna braid that also into this braid. And make sure not to get any of this hair, the real wig, into that braiding hair, into the braid that we're doing right now, because that is gonna cause some issues later on. So just make sure as you're braiding it that you keep separating it. So I am back braiding the other side. Sorry, my camera battery had died, so I just switched the battery right now. But as you can see, on this side, the hair is tucked under just a bit, not all the way in. So I could still pull it out if I wanted to. But it's tucked under, and that braid is going a bit over it. And the braid, this is my natural hair. None of the hair of the wig has gone into my natural hair. So that is what we want. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get those two and we're gonna tuck them back, and we're gonna begin to crochet our hair. And this is where the magic really begins, so stay tuned. So now grab your crochet hook, and this part is a little bit tricky, so just bear with me. I'm going to be looking at my camera directly in front of me. So now we're going to begin crocheting. First thing that you want to do is grab a piece of hair in the front of the hair, by the way. So a piece of hair in the front of the wig. I'm going to be articulate as I can be. Now grab your crochet hook, and I'm going to put it in here. So we're going to try to put it as close as possible to your hairline. So the hairline right here. And we're going to put that in just like that. And we're going to grab that piece of hair. Try to grab all of it. So the piece that I got in might have been too big, but it doesn't really matter. So try to grab all of that and push it right through. And just keep pulling it. So that one didn't come along with us. Okay. So that is our first piece. Thing that I forgot to mention is that you may want to use a mirror like this so that you could see the back side of your hair when you're crocheting, and you may want to go into a restroom for this as well, so that you could use the mirror on the restroom to look back at what you're doing. So this is also what I've been doing. I think it's necessary if you choose to do that, or if you choose just to look straight into your mirror and you think you could see everything, just make sure to check the final result on this mirror. So now I am done crocheting my hair, and this is how it looks. I'm going to show you the top of the hair as well. Once again, what I did is that I just crocheted around the perimeter of my hair, and I used the hair closest to that perimeter. So the wig hair closest to that perimeter, I use that to crochet it into my real hair. And then this is how it looks. I think it looks pretty good, but to even take it a step further, we're gonna blend it with our rat tail comb. And what we're gonna do is that we're just gonna fluff it out. So I don't know if you could see on either side, but you kind of can see that there's like a, like, how do I say, like a cone like shape. So we're just gonna blend it out with our rat tail comb. I preferably like to use this type of comb from the edge brush. And I'm gonna show you all a bit close up, but what I'm gonna do is that I'm just gonna be fluffing it out near the part where I crocheted, and this is gonna give it a little bit more of a natural look. And to fluff it out, we're just picking it out. So as you can see, just pull it up a bit as you pick it out. This is just allowing it to blend in. You could also use this part of the edge brush and just go like this. I don't suggest using it too much or too harsh because you don't want the top of your hair to be fluffy. So I'm just going to do that a bit. So just like this, kind of just make sure that it all blends. So hi everybody, I am back and I did take a little bit of a break, so now it's nighttime. I don't know if you could tell before, but it was in the day. So while I was on break, I'll tell you what I did. I did my edges, I put some mousse and leave-in conditioner in my hair, and I also blended up the top of my head a little bit more, and I double looped as well along with crocheting it initially. In addition to all of that, I do have some tips that I would like to share while maintaining your hair. The first one is that this hair does not come out while, so basically what I'm saying is that the crochet does not unloose while you sleep, so you don't have to worry about that. You could literally leave it and sleep with it like this, and I promise you nothing is gonna come out in the morning. I've done it before many times. If it does come out, I'm not really sure what's going on. Maybe your hair is a little bit too short for this hairstyle. But along with that, the only things that you need to do in the morning when you wake up is the edges. And I highly recommend doing the edges as it makes the hair look more natural. So yeah, this is it. You could obviously, this is human hair, so you could obviously put mousse in it again in the morning, make it as wet as you want and as long as you want, as it allows for it to go. But yeah, this is really great hair. I love it. I always love buying from Unice. If you guys want a video about how to maintain your hair or how to even take out this hair, it's very easy to do, both of those. I could make a video on those, and all you guys need to do is comment down below. Comment down below any questions or concerns that you may have as well. Thank you for watching the video. I'm so happy that you came. I'm so happy that you stayed this long if you did. Please like and share and hype up the video. There's a new feature on YouTube that allows you to hype up the video. So please go ahead and do that and share the video. Do not gatekeep. We Black women are trying to blend in our wigs daily, like at least I am. So you guys please do not gatekeep, because people gotta know, like, please. Once again, like, people do not know that this is a wig whenever I wear it out. Like, people really be surprised. They could not tell at all, and it's just because of how seamless it is. And yeah, right now I'm going to show you guys how the top of my head looks like, the side, the profile, and all of that. But other than that, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys have a great day wherever you are watching this from and whatever time it is. Thank you.